Peace and blessings. I'm Dr. Bobby Price, aka Dr. Holistic, and I'll show you how to heal naturally and holistically. And in today's video, I'm going to teach you about nature's natural Botox solution. Okay. Now, the reason why I'm having this video is because people are always asking me for skin tips. So that's the first thing. The second thing is I'm realizing that more and more people are using Botox today. And most people don't know what Botox is, let alone all of the side effects that come with it. And we'll get into that today. But it's just really important to understand that when you're taking an option that is not on the natural side of healing, that is not on the natural side of world, you have to understand that there's always potential side effects, okay? And again, I'll explain those in just a second. But I want to first say this. I think the aspiration of having beautiful skin is one of the most beautiful aspirations around your health that you can have. And here's why. Because your skin is an outer reflection of your inner grace. Your skin is just telling the story as to what's going on inside of your body, okay? So the aspiration for a healthy, young, youthful skin is a good aspiration. However, the most important thing is the method to get there. Because you can have skin that looks healthy if you get treatments and things of that nature. However, if you're not healthy on the inside, then what does it all matter, okay? And so I just want to give you a healthy option that is not only natural, but has none of the side effects that we're going to talk about in just a second. Now, the beautiful thing about aging gracefully is that the most important thing we want to do is we want to avoid losing the elasticity in our skin, okay? We want our skin to stay tight. We don't want to have wrinkles, don't want to have bags under our eyes. We don't want to have dryness. We don't want the tone of the skin to shift where it becomes dull and hyperpigmented or have light spots. We want everything to be even and smooth and the skin to be tight, okay? And the way that we can do that is with castor oil, which is often referred to as nature's Botox, okay? Now, before we get into explaining what's the best castor oil to use, and also what is it in castor oil that is super healthy for the skin, but could also be potentially toxic as well too, but you don't have to worry about it. I'll explain that in just a second. Let's explore what is Botox, okay? Because again, a lot of people are getting these injections. It was a time where Botox injections were just for the well-off, using air quotes. But today we're seeing Botox injections I've seen them being used in young ladies and young girls as well too, okay? Men are starting to use Botox, okay? And so the more and more this becomes popular, I think is very important for people to understand what is Botox, okay? Because they may not know what they're getting themselves into, and they also may not know many of the symptoms that come as a result of taking Botox injections. So let's explore what is Botox. Botox is actually a neurotoxin that comes from a bacteria that's called Clostridium botulinum. Okay, that's where the name Botox comes from, Clostridium botulinum, okay? Now, what are the potential side effects from taking these injections? Muscle weakness. All of a sudden, you'll notice that your muscles feel weak. Number two, vision problems, okay? And I actually had someone I was working with who came to me because they were having vision problems. And ultimately, we discovered that it was the Botox because prior to taking the Botox injections, they had 20/20 vision, okay? It also could cause loss of bladder control as well too. Also can cause trouble with talking, trouble with swallowing. Also can cause allergic reactions where, amazingly, this neurotoxin, you could be allergic to it, which makes sense. And the other thing that I recently discovered in a study that came out of USC and Duke was that Botox injections can impair your ability to empathize. Okay, what they found in the study is that not only does it impair your ability to express your emotions, It also can impair your ability to comprehend emotions as well too from others. Okay, so for me, that's a really huge study to kind of let you know that this injection is not only getting into the nervous system, but it's getting into the brain. Okay, when you can affect those parts of the, the brain, and then you have those physical or mental symptoms come out. Okay, in real life. Okay, so with that being said, let's explore a natural option, which is castor oil, and let's explore what is it in castor oil or about castor oil that makes it so amazing for the skin, to keep the skin looking young and youthful. Okay, number one, castor oil contains a fatty acid called ricinoleic acid. Okay, this is helpful for making the skin smooth and look moisturized. And why does this happen? Because castor oil, more than any other oil, penetrates very deeply into the skin. And when it does this, especially with this fatty acid that I just mentioned, it traps water into the skin as it penetrates into the skin. This is what keeps that moisturized look in the skin. Okay. The other thing that castor oil does is, or this fatty acid, is that it reduces inflammation. And we all know that when somebody has acne, when somebody has psoriasis, any skin condition, a rash, there's always inflammation involved. And so castor oil reduces that inflammation. Okay, hugely important. The other big thing that castor oil does is that it increases collagen. Okay, now this is really important because that tightness in the skin that you often see with a Botox shot, the increase in collagen that's coming from the use of castor oil is exactly what the Botox is trying to achieve. However, castor oil does it as well too. And this keeps the skin looking tight and youthful, okay? And then also, like I mentioned before, it decreases actual wrinkles as well too. The next thing that is very helpful for the skin that castor oil possesses is vitamin E, okay? And vitamin E is important because it actually protects you against UV radiation, okay, which is hugely important from the sun, all right? The other great thing about castor oil, and again, this isn't necessarily connected to the skin, but we're gonna call it the skin because it's on the face. And that's the eyelashes and the eyebrows, okay? One of the big upsides to castor oil is that it can grow your eyebrows and your eyelashes. And I know that I often get that question as well too, because a lot of people, are struggling with keeping thick eyebrows or growing eyelashes. And so I get that question a lot because people ask me, how do you make your eyelashes grow? Well, I'm just lucky. I don't even put castor oil on my eyelashes. But however, if you did, and that's what you want to achieve, if you put them on your eyebrows and eyelashes, they will help them grow, okay? And then the last thing is that it's really great for scars and either hypo or hyperpigmentation. That means light or dark spots, okay? So if you have scars that have not healed properly, if you have light or dark spots, all you gotta do is take some castor oil, rub it into either the scar or the light or dark spot for about 20 to 30 seconds every day. And you will start to notice that the complexion starts to even out or the scar starts to dissipate. Okay, so it can help even break up scar tissue as well too. So if you had a previous surgery and that scar tissue under there is making the skin either too tight or you're not able to get joint movement, whatever it may be, it can be useful for that as well too. All right, so what I want to do now, give you a few tips and then we're going to get out of here. At night, before you go to bed, you can actually take a little bit of castor oil. I got some of my castor oil here. All right. Now, keep in mind, castor oil is probably one of the thickest oils that you can have. Okay, so keep that in mind. This is why I'm saying do it at night. Okay, take a couple of drops. Keep in mind that it is a very thick oil. Rub it in. And let's say you got wrinkles on the forehead. Well, that's what I would do. I would rub it on the forehead, okay? About 20 seconds, okay? One of the benefits that I mentioned, increasing collagen, making it tight to get rid of the wrinkles. So rub it into the forehead. All right, let's say you want to grow eyelashes or eyebrows. Okay, rub it into the eyebrows. And then eyelashes, I would take a small drop, put it on each of these fingers, and rub it across the eyelashes. Okay, make sure it doesn't clump, and then you go to bed. All right, so do that over time for maybe 2 to 3 months, because it does take time for the eyebrows and eyelashes to grow. It does take time for wrinkles to disappear, and you'll start to notice a difference. The last tip that I have for you, because you're probably asking, well, Dr. Price, what kind of castor oil should I get? Do you have any recommendations? Yes. My favorite castor oil is black Jamaican castor oil. Okay, you get that one. Again, it's great for everything I named, including helping to grow hair. So if you got problems with growth of hair on the crown of your head, if you got problems with growth of hair, let's say on your edges, it could be helpful there as well too. And you, again, same practice. At night before you go to bed, rub it into your scalp or rub it into the sides of your edges, and you might start to see some growth in that area as well too. So make sure you share this video, because I can't get this out unless you help me. All right, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Tell me in the comments below, what was an aha moment in this video today? Tell me what videos you would like to hear me do in the future. And until the next time, peace and blessings and Godspeed.